All right, everyone, it's 7 o'clock, so we'll get started. I am Tasha Hodes. Welcome to the call. This is Forex Basics. We do this call every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And what you're looking at now is the new and improved, updated Tradera website. We have our old URL back, tradera.org. So since, it's just recently rolled out, I want to take just a couple of minutes to run through a few of the features, and then we'll dive into class. So we won't go into the back office today, but if you're sharing Tradera with someone who wants to learn how to trade and or build a business, this site makes it very easy to give an overview. So when you first log in, when you first go to tradera.org, this is the homepage, financial services, specializing in trading education. If you scroll down, you can see the founders, Cody Sell and Easton Harris. They are out of Texas. And contact information, the headquarters is in Texas. Okay. So scrolling back up. Okay, I am already, let me sign out so that we can see the main tab. All right, 1 second.
They've been putting up some sorry ass.
I'm just logging in, so 1 second.
Jimmy, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can mute
I'm
him
sorry.
out.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to shut myself off, but it won't let me for some reason.
I can mute you out, no worries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me share my screen again. And it is pulling up my back office. So we'll just go over a few details of the back office, then we'll dive into class. Okay, so when you look under client, when you're explaining to someone who maybe wants to learn how to trade, what Tradera has to offer, you can start with the Trade Academy, which is basically what we refer to as the back office. So here, you will see links to all of the training, and it's a lot easier to get to compared to the old site. So on the left, starting with your overview at the very top, asset classes, that's new. Trading terminology. If you're brand new to Tradera and the world of trading, definitely start in your back office learning about trading terminology, trading basics. It's like, trading Forex, learning about Forex education is like learning a new language, a foreign language, a second language. That's one of the main reasons we're doing this class here, is to introduce you to the concepts that you're going to see in the back office, introduce you to the concepts that the master traders will talk about in the live classes. So definitely don't be afraid to check out the basics, the trading terminology, just so you can get a look and feel of all the great information that you're going to get. So A to Z, I have to say, this is the best back office in my 3.5 years of trading that I've ever seen. When I first started, I actually spent 6 months just watching trading videos. And after 6 months of nothing but videos, I tried to open my demo and my live account and realized I did not have a strategy. All that time, and yet I still couldn't successfully make a trade. So what you guys won't have that problem here, because Cody and Easton, the CEOs who are doing all of the training videos, they introduce a concept, but then they jump right into the charts. So you have very, very practical information. So I want to encourage everyone to jump back into that back office and don't be afraid. Go through the videos. The market structure one, priceless. If you really want to learn how to trade and call your own trades, market structure, you definitely want to look into. All right, so I can't speak enough about the back office and the Trade Academy. Trade alerts. Let's click here. And what we cover in every class is how to set up your demo account and how to take the Tradera trade alerts. So just hold tight for anyone that's new and needs to learn how to do those steps. So most of us are getting the trade alerts through Telegram on our cell phone. And so I logged into my back office. I'm under client. I'm under trade alerts. If you select this link here, copy it and open it in a new browser, that will connect you to the Telegram group so that you can get the trades. Okay, and we'll talk more about the trade alerts a little bit. Trade economy. This is a section that deals with world news and events and how it relates to the different countries and the currency pairs for the currency for that country. So if you're into that, then you'll find that section pretty useful. You know, an example will be EU leaving, you know, Europe and that connection that had a heavy influence on the euro. And the good thing about Forex is that, you know, if the currency is strong, you know, you can buy it. If the currency is weak, you know, you can sell it. So we make money both ways. That's what sets Forex apart from stocks. So, you know, when you invest in a stock, you normally only want it to go up, especially if it's involving your retirement. So with Forex, we can make money either way. And then under client trade sessions, Tradera has one master trader, that is Derek Conway, and he does sessions Sunday through Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. The sessions run about an hour and 15 minutes, sometimes an hour and a half. But click on this join live session and you can dial into his classes. Derek is a 6 to 7 figure trader, and he will mark up the charts on a nightly basis. And what most of us do, I'm there, my team is there, we will take those markups, pull up, maybe take 2 or 3, because you can't watch, you know, a lot of pairs at once. Choose 2 or 3, pull up TradingView and mark up the chart according to his and trade from that chart, you know, until the next time we meet. So that's a great way if you want to take an additional step besides taking the trade alerts. If you really want to learn how to trade on your own, I highly recommend Derek's classes. So that is the services in a nutshell: the Trade Academy, the trade alerts, trade economy, and the trade sessions. So now let me share this recap slide. So what we just covered was everything in the boxes, the honey mustard boxes on the right. What we'll do here with every class is go over how to open a demo account, how to download MT4, and take the Tradera trade alerts. And lately, for the last month, we've been going over intro steps and beginning steps to analysis in TradingView. TradingView is a free app. You can have it on your computer, you can download it on your phone, and that's where we do our analysis. So even if you're taking the Tradera trade alerts or if you're trading on your own, your very first step can be pull up that Forex pair in TradingView and take a look. So that's what we're going to dive into today. I want to have at least one class between Tuesday and Thursday where we do some analysis in TradingView. I'm reading in the chats where that's where people are having feeling a little lost in terms of how to navigate TradingView and how to make it work. So I am going to share my TradingView screen, and we're going to start at the beginning and go over some basic tools there. And so the way the class works, I'll spend about 10 minutes going over something new and or important. Then we'll cover the demo and how to take the trade alerts for anyone that needs that. And then for the last half hour, we'll just do Q&A, and I'll do my best to answer your question. So let me bring up TradingView. And let's give my screen a chance to catch up. And TradingView is completely free. Oh, before I forget, if you go to the chat, you can see a link for my YouTube site. So all of these classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays are recorded in full, and I upload them to the site. I also try to do a lot of 2 to 3 minute short videos in case you didn't want to try to listen to the whole thing over again. So if there's anything that you missed from today's class, especially when I go over the demo part, go to that site and you should be able to have what you need. All right, so we are looking at TradingView. I do have a video that shows you how to set up your free account. You're very welcome, Jeanette. I'm gonna try to keep up with the chat as well. So now my candles, we're looking at candles. And the very first thing you wanna notice is that this column here on the right, these are our prices. These are the prices, and we are looking at, if you look in the upper left, USD CAD. So the United States dollar paired against the Canadian dollar. Okay, and you can look at USD CAD in any number of different time frames. So if I click on this, TradingView will let me look at the price from all these different perspectives. Now, the common time frames that you'll see the traders go to are the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minutes. So those are the main time frames that you want to be concerned with. So let me write that down for you. In terms of time frames, you can look at the D for daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minutes. These are the common time frames. And then I'll move that over to the left. So go to the chat for me and type in if you think that according to this time frame, USD CAD, is it in an uptrend, a downtrend, or is it just sort of moving sideways in consolidation? Type into the chat which way you think price is going. Okay, got a few responses. Most are saying down. Yes, it is definitely in a downtrend. Now, this is where that market structure course, yes, comes in handy. So let's write this down. When the market is going up, so an uptrend, that's considered bullish. And then a downtrend, that's considered bearish. So you will definitely hear those words as well. Make sure everyone's muted. All right, so even if you're brand new, when you get your TradingView free account signed up, and there's a video for that, I'll walk you through all the steps on my YouTube site. You come over to the upper left and you type in USD CAD or whatever Forex pair you want to look at. type in one of these time frames because these are the common ones: your daily, your 4-hour, your 1 hour, your 15 minutes. And the first thing you want to take a look at is, what trend am I in? And there are 3 options: uptrend, downtrend, or sometimes price is moving what we like to call sideways. It's going up and down, but it's staying sort of in a sideways manner, and it's not going in any up direction, and it's not going in any down direction. So we are looking at candlesticks. Typically, the colors that you normally see, I've sort of customized my chart, and that's why the honey mustard or golden candles are going up, and this fuchsia or deep pink are the candles representing price coming down. So my gold candles are bullish, and my fuchsia candles are bearish. And as long as I keep going down, that's how I can tell what trend I'm in. So let me show you guys something that I think makes Forex pretty exciting. I want to show you that there's a method to how price moves. So I'm going to draw a trend line, and I'm going to hit the top of the wicks. Okay. Now I'm going to, on my laptop, do Control Z and then Control V to copy it. I'm going to take that same trend line and touch the bottom of those candles. And what do you notice? This is called a channel. So a lot of times in Forex, price will travel in a channel. So if you ever make a mistake, here is the undo button. It's this arrow here. Okay, so let me click on the T for text, and I can type in channel. Let's make that a little smaller, and let's change our color. All right, so here is our channel. And, you know, eventually you'll be able to see it without even having to mark it. But this just lets us know that, yes, we are going in a downward, we're in a downward momentum. We are bearish. We are in a downtrend. So if you're brand new and you're getting a Tradera trade alert, feel free, and we're going to go over this in a few minutes, to pull up your MT4 and type in that trade alert and just take it that it's going to go in the right direction. After you've been here for a while and you're feeling like you want to take the next step, if that's your choice, sign up for TradingView. When you get a trade alert, pull it up. Go to one of these time frames, especially like the higher time frames, and just see if you can identify the trend. So if Tradera called a USD CAD sell, you would pull it up on the 4-hour, notice that you're in a downtrend, and feel relatively confident that, yeah, I think I'm going to take this trade. So now if you just joined Tradera yesterday, you know, hold off on TradingView. I know we're throwing a lot of information at you, but this is definitely the direction that you want to go. You want to make sure you've seen TradingView, especially if you're going to the live classes, because it's what all the traders are using. All right, so I am going to take this channel away. And when you go to the live classes and when you go to the back office, you will hear a lot about marking up your chart. And when the traders talk about marking up their chart, what they mean is marking the support and the resistance on your chart. So let's see, right now we have about 50, right at 50 people in the class. Put a 7 in the chart if you have been able to pull up a pair in TradingView and mark at least 1 or 2 support and resistance lines or zone. I want to see if you're having experience with that or if you've never done it. So type in a 7 if you are familiar with it and you feel pretty okay about being able to mark a support and resistance zone or line. All right, David, good for you. Okay, yeah. Jocelyn, awesome. Catherine, anyone else feeling okay about support and resistance? No problem, Treasured Goddess. We will go over the tools. Great. That's what I wanted to know. I want to make sure that yeah, same, no problem, Catrice. We will go over that now. So I think this is where people were feeling a little confused about TradingView. So we talked about coming here and typing in the pair and choosing your time frame. No problem, Marty. So there are two main ways to do your support and resistance. I'll start with the easiest way. Now, the easiest way is to pick this second tool. It's called the trend line tool. So when you click on it, you can click on horizontal line and watch this. You make one click and your line is there. Okay, click on it again. You make a click and your line is there. Now, here's what you can do. While it's selected, you can right click on it. You can go to settings. And for this line, you can choose your color. Let's make it purple. Let's make sure it's a bold color versus a light, that's the opacity, how light it is. Some people like to make it light so you can still see the candle through it. But if you want to make it bold, you can make it 100%. And then the thickness of that line. That's very faint, a little thicker, and thickest. Okay, so that's like a real simple way to get a line. And then, like, I'm not on a Mac, but on my PC, I can do Control C and Control V. And now I have another one. Once you get that hand, you can drag it to where you want it. Okay, so once you get one drawn, then you can just paste it for wherever else, for wherever else you need it. If you feel like something is not right, just do the arrow to undo. Select my purple, Control C, Control V, and then I can move it where I want. All right. Make sure everyone's muted. Okay, so that's one simple way to draw your support and resistance. Let me show you a different way. Sometimes you want to draw more of a zone as opposed to just a thin line. If that's what you want to do, then you can choose okay, so that's the first tool, second, third, fourth one down. And then there's the rectangle tool. So I can hold it down. Yeah, no problem, Monica. And I can stretch it out. And now I have a rectangle tool. So the first one that I did when I drew a line, that was the trend line tool. And I came down to horizontal line. Now I'm showing you how to do a zone. So I'm coming down to, let me click off. I'm coming down to it's like the geometric shapes tool. Click on it and you can choose rectangle, hold it down, drag it across. Okay, so just like we did with the line, I'm going to right click on it, make sure it's selected, go to settings, and here I can choose my background color. I like this light gray because I still want to be able to see my candles, how my candles are moving in the zone. So I'm choosing a lighter color as opposed to the purple, but as long as you change your opacity, you can make it as light or as dark as you want it. Totally up to you. So you can play around with that. I like that purple color. Now, the question that you're going to ask is, well, what if I want that rectangle to extend all the way to the right and all the way to the left? So this is a trick that Derek teaches in his class. So go to coordinates, and what you want is, four numbers so that it'll stretch far to the right and far to the left. So you want four numbers, and you want one to be negative. So that will allow this zone to stretch far to the right and far to the left, and you won't have to extend it that far yourself. So I see a question in the chat. Can I repeat what the red and blue boxes represent again on the top right? I don't think I covered the red and blue boxes. Top right. Treasured Goddess.
I'm sorry, they're actually on the left under USD CAD.
Yeah.
Is that the numbers that you were just entering to stretch it?
Let's see.
I'm sorry, because I'm trying to do it as you're doing it. That way I'm, able to keep up. Okay.
No, that's a different set of numbers. You can make up these numbers. It really just needs to be four of them. Yeah. And make sure that one is negative. That's awesome that you're doing this while I'm speaking. Excellent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, and again, once you go through the settings for one, just select it. And then Control C, Control V. Nope, that didn't work right. So let's use the arrow to go back. Trading view can be a little tricky sometimes. So okay, I think I have it selected now. So Control C, Control V, there we go. And now once I get that hand, wait till you see the hand. The hand lets you know that you can move it where you need it. Now I can move that zone here. Let's do another one. I'll do Control V. I want to identify an area at the top. And let's do another one at the bottom. So when I have the cross, I can't move it. I have to wait until I get the hand. Then I can drag it down where I need it. So now the market structure class is going to be invaluable, but just to give you like a preview of what you'll learn in the back office, your question might be, well, how do I know, where do I mark my lines or my zones? So the goal is we're looking for, and I'll type this out. We're looking for support. And you can think of that as your floor. And then we're looking for resistance, which you can think of as the ceiling. Okay, so in terms of support, think of the floor as what you stand on, right? So it's hard to go through the floor, right? So support means you can stand on it, you can sit on it, it will support you. So where are these candles sitting? So let me take my arrow, and you can see that you have a lot of candles sitting in this area. They are resting. They are resting in this area. So this is an area of support. It's where the candles are landing. It's where they're standing. It's where they're sitting, however you want to think about it, okay? And you can see the same thing here. Price, these candles came to this area and said, I don't want to go any further. That lets you know it is an area of support, okay? So similarly, the resistance, think of that as the ceiling. where is price going? Think about, shaking your hand and trying to touch the ceiling. You can't reach it. You can't get through it. So notice at the top here, and let's use some left arrows. Notice that price keeps hitting this area and it doesn't really seem to want to go past it. So this is an area of resistance. This is a ceiling for price. So that is what we are looking for in terms of support and in terms of resistance. So Derek's class will give you excellent practice with that. So when he pulls up a chart, in my mind, I'm visualizing where I would mark up the support and resistance, and I look at where he does it. So that's a good way to practice. All right, well, I think this was what I wanted to cover for an introduction. Now, with the students that we have in the class, we're at 57. Let me know, put an 8 in the chat if you need help creating your demo account, downloading MT4, or learning how to enter in the Tradera trade alerts. Can you post an 8 in the chart if you need help with that? Because I know with Megan's, she has a huge team. So typically we have at least half the class that's, only in Tradera a week or two and needs help with that. Okay, anyone else? The numbers along the right side, these are the prices. So the 1.36000 and the 1.35 thousand, these are the currency prices for USD CAD. So all these numbers are prices. If your trading view screen ever looks weird, you can do a right click and a reset chart, and you should have a better view. Okay, need help with stop loss. Okay, okay, not too many. So I'll go through it pretty quickly and then we'll jump into Q&A. So for our brand new people on my YouTube site, make sure you watch these videos. I see some more 8s coming in. Okay, setting up your demo account. I missed the end there. And then you want to connecting, I think I called it to MT4. And then taking the trade alert. These are the videos that you want to watch. Now, I actually have a video for the person who asked about if you want to create a live account on Hugo's Way. There's a video on my YouTube site for that, and actually how to fund it. If you have Cash App, P. Aiken. So if you have access to Cash App, then that video will be really helpful. If you're in a country that does not have Cash App, then I'm going to type it in the chat. Other funding options, VLoad, and then Instacoin. Okay, so let me pause it for a second and share the next few slides. And I'm gonna go through this kind of quickly.
Tasha, may I say something?
You sure may.
I had a demo for over a month or so, and I was trying to set up a live account last night.
Yeah.
I tried to purchase Instacoins. And then this morning, I found out that my card had been compromised. Somebody did several unauthorized charges on my card. And I've been sending in, trying to send in information to verify the account, but they're saying that it's not legible. I can see it, whatever. I don't know. It's just, I'm just having, I don't understand, someone just took the info. I think when I tried to fund it through Instacoin, buy the Instacoins, someone took my card and just made all these charges on it.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. Were you able to dispute? It was a credit card, I hope.
Right, that's why I did credit card.
Okay, yeah, that was safe.
And my bank is I canceled the card today, and I'm in the process of getting another one. But my question to you: what is the better way to do that? I mean, what is the safest way to do that?
Yeah, safe is in quotes because that's the times that we live in with everything being done online. Do you have access to Cash App?
I don't use that was the reason I didn't want to use Cash App, because I didn't want,
Okay.
All right. The money taken and then not going the right place. So. Okay.
Well, then I would, if you're doing Hugo's Way, I think your only other option will be VLoad. And I'll put that in the chat again, vload.com.
Is there an extra charge for that?
Yeah, there are fees. There are fees all over the place. VLoad doesn't charge you that much, but then Hugo's Way, when you actually transfer it into your account, there's a charge. VLoad is easy to use. It's a pain to set up. I'll just tell you that.
But what about Instacoins? Is there a charge using credit card trying to get Instacoin?
Yeah, I've used Instacoin once, and I don't remember. I think the fee was nominal. VLoad was definitely a little bit more, but yeah.
Well, how did you fund it? Did you use debit card or something to get the Instacoins, or what?
I think I used the credit card when I set up my Instacoin account.
Okay. Okay, but I have some other questions also, but I guess I'll talk to you about that later.
Sure, no problem. So let me help our demo people, and then we'll get right into our Q&A. So for your demo account, you don't have to go through these brokers. You definitely will for your live account. We're gonna use this route just to get you more familiar with going to your broker account and getting familiar with that. So Hugo's Way is the one that we're going to be using for this class. Everyone is muted. And that's really because I wanted to be able to show you lots of screen prints and kind of take the guesswork out of it for you. So here's the URL for your Hugo's Way demo account. You'll only, and it's VLoad, yeah. VLOAD, and you'll only need your name, email address, choose 500 for leverage, and the smallest starting balance possible, which is 1,000. This is why I kind of like the broker route, because when you use the generic MT4 demo account, they start you out with $100,000, and your lot size is going to be big, and it's just not very realistic, but you can definitely use that to trade on. But this is the route that we're going to take to make it simple. So when you hit submit, Hugo's Way will send you a confirmation email. Keep it handy. You're going to need your demo account number and your trader password. And what we recommend to keep things simple is to download MT4 on your phone and practice taking your trades that way. So what you can do is pull up this email on your phone and then choose the correct download, and now you've taken care of having MT4 on your phone. Okay, so that's the first few steps. Now that you have created that demo account, now we're gonna open MT4 and connect to it. So give me a second and I'll share that. Okay, so first we'll go through the steps for the iPhone and then the Android. And I'm going to go through this kind of quickly for the sake of time, but all these steps are on my YouTube site. This is the connecting MT4 to your demo account slide. So when you open up MT4, bottom right corner, click on settings, then click on new account. And to access that MT4 account you just created, click on this second option, log in to an existing account. Now you need the server. So every broker has a server for demo and a server for live. So if you type in Hugo's Way, you want to select demo 3. Then that will take you to the login page. So make sure you have that email handy. For login, type in your demo account number. For password, type in trader password. Make sure that save password is set to on like this so you won't have to type those characters in anymore. Then click sign in. Now for the droid, let's go over the screens because it looks a little different. Upper left corner, click on the 3 horizontal lines, then manage accounts on the second screen, and then the plus icon in the top right. Second option, log in to an existing account. Type in Hugo's Way, select demo 3. And then just like with the iPhone, type in that demo account number for login, trader password for password, make sure save password is checked, and sign in. All right, last steps is actually how to enter in the trade alert. Okay, so we like to use the pair CAD JPY, Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. So for the iPhone, let's say you open up MT4, but you don't see CAD JPY. So what do? Click on that blue plus icon in the top right, then select FX crosses. Now this may also say FX group, or it may say Forex, just depends on your phone. There's CAD JPY, it's the 4th one down. So I'm going to click on that green circle, press done. And now CAD JPY is at the bottom of my screen. Hold it down. And when you do that, you're going to get a pop-up menu. Give my screen a chance to catch up. All right, trade is what you're going to select. And now here's the screen where you actually enter in the trade alert values. So on the far right, this is an example of what the trade alert looks like. So this is a buy trade for CAD JPY. And we need to talk about stop loss and take profit. So for a buy trade, we want price to be bullish. We want price to go up. So the take profit is, now you have a choice of 3. The take profit is when you say, I'm happy with my profit. I'm going to take my pips and go home. I'm going to pip and dip. I want to be out of the trade. I'm happy. I'm in blue. I've made some money. Okay. So the take profit is the price where you want to stop and exit the trade. So a lot of us like to use take profit 1 because you'll get 15 or 20 pips. It's less risk and you are out of the market the fastest. Take profit 2, you got to have a little bit patience, a little bit more risky in case price doesn't go all the way there. Take profit 3, you're probably in triple digits in terms of pips, 100 or more. It may take you a day to get there. Price may or may not reach it. Okay. So stop loss. We want price to go up, but what if price begins to fall? Always important to set your stop loss because it protects your account. You're telling MT4, I only want to risk this amount of pips. If price just falls too much, I'll accept my loss, take me out of the trade. So here's your stop loss. You just put your finger there, type that in. There's your take profit. You have to pick one and you type it in. And then let's talk about the lot size. So watch where I move the arrow. That 0.10 under market execution, that is your stop loss. That won't be on the trade alert. It depends on your account size. The general rule of thumb, the industry standard, 0.01 for every $100 in your account. This is why it's important to have a demo account, because when you have a live account, once you put that lot size in and you're in the trade, you can't change it. So if you make a mistake, you got to live with that. So for these demo accounts at $1,000, 0.10 is appropriate. If you had a live account with $100, 0.01, live account with $500, 0.05. Okay, so there are only 4 steps you have to do here. Lot size, stop loss, take profit, and then the last step is buy, and you are in the trade. So last 2 slides, let's go through this for the Android, then we'll go to Q&A. You open up MT4, you don't see CAD JPY. Click on that plus arrow. Now click on FX group. We're not doing crypto pairs or indices. Those aren't beginner friendly. And the trade alerts are only for Forex pairs. Once you see CAD JPY, click on it, hold it down. So for the Droid, this pop-up menu is going to say new order. Said trade for the iPhone, new order for the Android. And so the lot size, that looks the same. But for the Android, they don't have a label for stop loss and take profit. So the stop loss is the black number on the left. The take profit is the black number on the right. And then the last step, press buy, and you are in the trade. All right, let me see. There are a couple of questions I missed here in the chat. So do we pay taxes when cashing out? Yes, ma'am, you do. Who do you recommend for a live broker? I use Hugo's Way. I've used LQDFX. Osprey is, the screens look exactly like they do for Hugo's Way. So these screenshots will help you with Osprey FX. I think I've used FX Choice too, yeah. How do you alphabetize the accounts in quotes? That's a good question, Marty. I need to figure that out myself. Let me write that down on my research list to do. All right, if there are any other questions, go ahead and take yourself off mute, or you can type it in the chat. Either way.
This is Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Okay, I want to ask, when they give you the trade alert, and they give you the stop loss, so sometimes maybe they give the alert like at night, so when you wake up and look at it, the stop loss, if you take that stop loss, the market has already gone, the trade, what do you call it, the pairs have already maybe gone up and down, so that's not a correct stop loss. So how do you know how to adjust the stop loss?
Yeah, see, the stop loss is a tricky concept because it depends on your account size. If you have a few $1,000s in there, your account can handle a bigger stop loss as opposed to if you have $50. Okay, so you always have to, I have a video on my YouTube site called Risk to Reward Ratio. So before you take a trade, you need to figure out, based on where price is, how many pips is it to my stop loss? That's your risk. How many pips is it to my take profit? That's your reward. And you can look at the money that's in your account and decide how much can I safely risk. So it's two different ways to look at it. You have to see, based on the chart, what's a smart decision in terms of stop loss. But then you have to look at your account and say, how much can I really afford to risk for this trade? So, Catherine, that's the beginning answer to your question. Derek,
I was taking them as soon as they give them the trade alert, and I was doing very well. But then if I take them during the day, I say, whoa, it's the stop loss and the price is almost like past the stop loss. So I don't know how to adjust it.
Yeah. Now it was that in the old website, when you looked at the trade alerts in the back office, they would tell you the price, the entry price. Like they would tell you where price was when they called it.
Yes.
When you get alerts on your phone through Telegram, you can't see what the price was unless I recommend you pull it up in TradingView and you see, okay, where is price now?
Hello?
You can calculate your risk to reward that way.
I want to answer a question.
Now, Derek also talks about where you should put your stop loss in terms of your trade. So, yeah, you can ask him that question as well.
Hello. I wonder, how can you fix your screen the way that you had yours, with your bar moved around and everything? I can't get it to go right.
On TradingView?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see. Who am I talking with?
Joanne.
Hey, Joanne. Here's what I want you to do. I don't think I've talked to you before on Telegram. Can you take a screenshot and send it to me? Because I want to see what your screen looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, and then I can see what's going on with yours. I think that'll be the best way for me to answer your question. Let me see.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions?
So where do we find Derek? One of his sessions?
Yeah,
YouTube.
It's actually coming up in 10 minutes. And so I'm going to post the link to his class here in the chat. I know some people still don't have access to their back office. Now, the way that you find it in your back office is once you log into your back office, go to client and then trade sessions, and you'll see a join live session green button, and that will take you directly to the Zoom. But I'll just post it here because I know there's still some people who can't get.
I have a question.
Yeah, this is his live session Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, who have the question?
I have a question. I actually have two questions. The first question is, whenever we're doing the take profit 1, 2, and 3, how do we determine the time frame on that? Is that even an option?
No.
Okay, because that's what I was wondering. Like, I know they said it could be from minutes to days to months, and I'm doing the the demo, and I'm watching it, but I don't even know how long I'm supposed to watch it for.
Yeah, I mean, no one can predict when the market moves and how much it moves when it does. But typically I'm going for TP1 and
because they're a little quicker.
Yeah, that's what I have the patience for. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll throw a TP2 in there. But but normally I'm going for TP1, TP2, and within a day, it's either hit one of those or my stop loss.
Okay, awesome. So my next question was, is there a way like for us to communicate with somebody like for these questions? Do we just have to wait for Tuesdays? Because I also entered the little Telegram thing, but it doesn't seem like, sometimes people don't respond, or like it may be 2 hours later and I'm like searching to see if anybody answered the question. Like, is there a way to communicate with somebody who might be able to answer a little more effectively?
Feel free to message me on Telegram because I'm always
How do I link to you on there?
Just by my name. But Telegram is tricky because every now and then someone will say they can't find me. For the most part,
I have been trying. Yes, ma'am. Now, what it brings up is when people say, "Oh, thank you, for your class," things like that. But it doesn't really show like a way for me to get to you and message you.
Now, what is your name on Telegram?
Shanquise. I know it's long.
Can you? That's okay, girl. I understand. Type it into the chat for me.
Okay.
Type your name into the chat, and then I can try to find you, or you can find me on Facebook Messenger, and we can connect that way.
On Facebook Messenger. Okay, let me see if I can find you on Facebook.
Put your last name too.
Okay, on the Messenger.
Or here on the chat.
Oh, okay, I don't know if it shows that. It might just say Sean. So.
Okay, I got you, Shanquise Shepherd. Got you. I will try to let me copy that, and I will try to find you. And if for some reason I'm not able to reach you, find me on Messenger.
Okay, I just sent you a message right now.
Great. You too, Catrice. No problem. Telegram or Messenger is the best way to reach me.
Okay, and then my final question.
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know if somebody asked it. I'm sorry, I was cooking dinner, but on my phone, when I view the trader view, I cannot see like the time frame, like the days or the hours. Even though I select it, like when y'all do it and you go across the screen, it shows like the 9th, the 16th, or the time or whatever. However, on the phone, it doesn't show that. Even after I try to like reset the thing like you told me, it still doesn't show that on the phone version.
Okay, so I just pulled it up on my phone. And so in my upper left, I see the pair that I'm looking at. And then to the right next to it, it has 4 hours. And I can click on that and select a different time interval. So take a screenshot of that and send that to me on Telegram, and so I can see what you're seeing.
Okay, let me screenshot. Okay, thank you.
No worries. No worries. Now, I love TradingView on my computer. I can use it on my phone. It's actually, bigger than what you would think, but I think you'll get more value by looking at it on your computer. But that's why I love to trade on my phone. I can put a trade in. If I need to go to the grocery store, I can glance at it. And that's why I love trading on my phone versus my computer. But same thing with TradingView. Yeah, you can use it on your phone for sure.
Tasha,
Yes.
this is Marty.
Hey, Marty.
I had a question about Derek's class.
Sure.
It's on Zoom. Is there a password, or is it just that you go through the back office?
There's a meeting ID. If
Right.
you go through the back office and click join live class, then
Right.
you're automatically in. If you
good.
go
Okay.
in, if you just go in through Zoom, there's a meeting ID, but I typed that in there, so you'll need that.
Right. And I have in the past put in that going through strictly Zoom, and it's always asking for a password.
Really?
So, yeah. So, and I put in Shark, I put in Legend, I put in Success, and nothing came up with the Zoom. It kept saying you needed a password. So I'll go through the back office.
Oh yeah, if you can get in, that is definitely the way to go. And you'll see. Do you know how to get there? You know how to navigate to a great client, and then trading sessions, and you'll see the join live session in Google.
Right. Okay, I will go that route. Thank you so much. You are wonderful. You have given me so much more information and clarified the things that I saw on the Trading Academy.
Yeah.
I would leave with question marks in my brain, and then I would go to hear you, and you clarify it so much easier.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's why we're here. This is like learning a foreign language. It's a lot of information to digest.
Absolutely. It's like drinking from a fire hose.
Oh boy, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. So everyone, be patient with yourself and definitely stay in demo for a while until you're confident. Understand how. Let me go back to TradingView. I want to share one more thing before we go. Mm-hmm. Where are you, TradingView? Okay, here we go. So here's what I want to just discuss briefly before we go. So let's say that you are in a cell. Okay, let me get rid of some of these arrows. This is part of the value of a demo account. So let's say that you enter, here. Okay, so this is where you enter the trade. I'm gonna put entry. You'll hear the traders talk about that. So here is your entry point. And let's say that your take profit is here. TP, short for take profit. Okay. Now, what I want to point your attention to is notice the path that price takes from your entry to your take profit. You're starting out and, let's undo. You're starting out and you're going to be in negative because price goes up a bit. Okay. But then you get a bearish candle. And once price gets past your entry, now you're in profit, assuming you've cleared your spread and you're doing good. Then you get a little, let me get rid of that alert. Then you get a pullback. So when you see the gold candle, now price is coming back up. So that profit that you had, you just kind of lost it a little bit, but don't worry. Now you get a bearish candle and now you're back in profit and you're doing great. And what happens? You come right back up. So this is the purpose of demo, is you have to get accustomed to price rising and falling. okay? Your profits going from red to blue to red to blue. So MT4, when you see blue, you're in the positive, you're winning. When you see red, you're negative and you're losing. But understand that sometimes price, does a bit of a roller coaster. Look here, price shot all the way up past your entry. So whatever profit that you had was lost until you get this strong downward movement, and look what happens. It comes straight down to your TP and you're out of the trade. That is a bit of a roller coaster, to say the least. Thank you, Catherine. You're very welcome. So this is why TradingView is so important. You can look, and MT4 has a way for you to watch price, so you can look at it there too. But yeah, be sure just that you're comfortable with the way price moves, understand the roller coaster, and that it's definitely going to be a ride. All right, guys, it's 8:01, so I'm going to hop over.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
How do you take a Snapchat? Because I'm having a hard time taking a picture of it.
Sure. Well, guess what? Right here, see this camera icon right next to publish? You can click on that camera like I did. It's a little slow. And then you can say copy, and you can go right to Telegram and press paste. Got it? Now it's copied to clipboard. So you can go to your email or you can go to Telegram or wherever and copy, and you'll see a picture of it.
I do not have a camera on my
On your TradingView?
Nope, I don't see it nowhere.
It's not to the left of publish?
I've been looking.
Okay. Well, you know what you can do? Take your cell phone and take a picture of it, and you can send it to me that way. I do that a lot too.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. I'll get this recorded, uploaded to YouTube. Gonna head on over to Derek's class, and I'll talk to you all next week. All right, everyone. Good night.